But first, the Annapolis Paver, who backed out of a plea deal yesterday, has been given some bigger legal battles to deal with tonight. The Maryland Attorney General's office issued a cease and desist order for Tommy Clack, a man ABC2 News' Josie Sturman has been telling us about now for months. She's here with what this order actually means for Clack's victims. Josie?
Kelly, under that order, not only does Tommy Clack have to stop paving driveways until he gets a license, he also has to pay back every person he's already worked for when he didn't have the right paperwork. And so far, his tab is more than $60,000 and growing. Mr. Clack, can we ask you some questions? Tommy Clack didn't say a word when we met face-to-face to find out more about the alleged paving scam the state says he's been running. But the Annapolis businessman now has to answer to someone else, the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
Well, our concern is that consumers were being harmed.
And that's why Deputy Chief Phil Zipperman says the AG's office has filed a cease and desist order against Clack and his companies. Under that order, he has to stop paving until he gets a license. And he'll have to post a $50,000 bond for future work. But that's not all.
Mr. Clack at this time has been ordered to return all of the money he took from consumers because he was selling these services without a license.
And so far, the AG's office says he's racked up a $66,000 tab for 6 victims they say he deceived about the price he'd charged for paving. But the case will likely expand, considering the Maryland Home Improvement Commission tells us they're now investigating 20 cases involving Clack. Cases where people claim he showed up offering to roll their driveways at a discount, but later charged them thousands more, even as much as 30 grand. The AG's order is designed to stop that from happening from now on.
Unless Mr. Clack gets a license, unless Mr. Clack complies with our order, and unless Mr. Clack posts a bond with my agency, then what's not going to happen is he's not going to be paving any more driveways.
And the legal troubles for Tommy Clack continue to build tonight. He faces a hearing on this order from the Attorney General in February. And he's got those criminal cases pending in Anne Arundel County we told you about yesterday. And we just learned criminal charges have also been filed in Howard County, too. Those will go to trial in January. And if you think you've been victimized by Tommy Clack or his companies, the Attorney General's office wants to hear from you. You can contact their Consumer Protection Office at 410-576-6569. Josie Sturman, ABC2 News.